Okay, we're going to try this again. I'm at the RealityHack at MIT 2022, and I have this internal space. There's a few projects here that are actually height maps that are being baked and cooked from your voice, but I don't have that activated right now, even though it's pretty nice. What I'm going to do is take the certain furnishings that are working with augmented reality and moving here. I'm going to generate, while there's a moving in HoloLens or in Folograms, uh, uh, software, you can come here and also bake them at the same time. So I'm going to iterate through the geometries. I'm going to enable the bake item, which I like as generating geometries. And it gets a little heavy here, but you can see how abstracted that chair is starting to become something else, possibly for fabrication or building or doing something with. I can iterate through the second chair. However, it's not visual at this point while it's actually baking. I have to leave that before it'll pop back up. I do like that the renders of the portraits are coming through nicely. I hadn't looked at those yet. Let's shift over to the sink now. You see what was generated here and actually continues to be generating, which is nice. But we should be moving over to the sink area now and seeing this rotate on a very small and subtle level as it goes through. What I can do is jump over to the spoons. I believe are listed as number 4 or number 3 or 4th item, and there they are, baking and cooking as they go. I'm not sure if I haven't quite figured out totally to see if it's one-on-one. I'm going to take the handles here of the teapot. I know the darkness is it's a little off with the lighting, but anyway, you'll get the point. It's not really essential to take a look at what's generated on each one. Now I'll go into the teapot, which is still live. Maybe I can do a zoom there. It's getting a little heavy, so I don't want to turn everything on. There you go. Got these strange little geometries. That's kind of nice. That's about it. You can turn that off and go back to the HoloLens, taking this one to disable, and then you can go back into VR and kind of experience that as it was moving around throughout those forms. And that's it. It's just on black and white. I think I'm on Arctic mode, jumping around, just trying to navigate this scene's a little tricky. That's why I've taken the walls away. That's an interesting project. So a couple of different ideas while I go. So I think I'll just leave that and probably take my timer off. I have to be careful with this not to activate that, because baking the geometry into my model, I have to erase that all afterwards, which is kind of confusing. Anyway, the whole script is pretty nice. Down here are the image sampler maps, which are nice. You can actually, if I disabled all of this top script, which was that part of the project, I can go into here and I can activate these image samplers with any luck and see what they end up doing. And we'll zoom in here and see what we have as well. So give it a second to load. There's people walking around. We'll try to get documentation together. I'm just putting this longer video on for those that want to experience it. A little bit of a slowdown because I've got so many, I got so many image sampler scripts going at the same time. Sign of poor coding on my part. Let's just go in and grab these, and they should be on. And then I should be able to just hover in and see what's happening if they're activated. Sorry, it is a bit of a nightmare trying to navigate this thing with so many things running. I'm not used to doing that in Rhino. I usually keep my files pretty light and certainly not 3DM dependent. But, oh my goodness, what a nightmare. Let me just try to navigate here fairly quickly. There we go. There we go. So you got those going. I'm not sure why I'm not getting the, probably because I'm just not clicked on. Yeah, there is a height map there that's actually active. And if I take a look, if my timer's going, my Fologram timer, let me reset that. Should be pretty good. I think it's generating data. This probably ran out. I'll have to reset it. Since it's baked, you won't see the flattening, so I'll have to go in and go into my file. Anyway, it's kind of loose what I'm doing here. Let's see if I'm getting any data. I think I am. Yep, it's driving the data. It's not usually viewing. I think what I did was, let me jump in here a little bit. Let me go down into my layers tab. It's a pretty thick file. And take the pictures and put them off. And then I should be able to go back in and see what I have going on in my maps. Shorten this. Oh, it's awkward. There's the height map. It should have all three in there. All three should be coming up, but I'm also not getting the imagery that I want to get on it. Okay, I'll check that out and come back to it.